Now the news in full. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has reiterated his marching order to the nation's security agencies to ensure the safe release of the recently kidnapped children in Kaduna State and others across the country. Minister of Information and National Orientation Mohammed Idris conveyed the president's directive while addressing journalists after this week's Federal Executive Council meeting held at the Presidential Villa, Abuja. Correspondent Nabuchoki Nabuchi sent in this report from Abuja.
The directive is coming in the wake of demands by kidnappers that they will receive 40 trillion naira, motorcyclists and Hilux vehicles before they can release the abducted school children. This, the council said, is not possible as the security agencies have enough grievance and have already swung into action towards releasing the abducted children.
Also in council today, Mr. President reiterated his directive to the security agencies and the Ministry of Defense to ensure that those our kids that have been abducted by these criminal gangs are brought back to their homes safely. And Mr. President has also reiterated his zero tolerance for the payment of ransom. That was also mentioned by Mr. President in council today. So the security agencies are working around the clock. These children and people that have been abducted by criminal elements will be brought back to safety pretty soon. The security agencies are working hard.
Grievance by the ministers focused on approval of augmentation for the completion of the existing contract for the dualization of the 489 kilometers of Bajana-Benin Road at the sum of 897 billion naira. Council approved the construction of Isheri Lagos North Road to connect Lagos with Ogun State. Minister of Works Dave Umahi said the approval was a major breakthrough.
And the press. Today we got augmentation approval for Obanaja in Lokoja to Benin Road, Obajana in Kogi State to Benin, a total of 244 kilometers.
Other ministers who announced approvals as it affected their ministries explained how the approvals will drive the 8-point agenda of the Tinubu's administration. Minister of Communication, Innovation and Digital Economy, Bosun Tijani, explained his ministry strive to raise $2 billion to reduce the cost of connectivity in the country, just as his industry, trade and investment counterpart Doris Anite highlighted the gains of her participation in the just concluded 13th Ministerial Conference in Abu Dhabi.
I think I'll touch on three key things. I know our time is fast spent, but three critical things. As we all know, as a nation, we've made significant progress when it comes to our ability to be able to attract investment into the communication sector, particularly the telecommunications space. Today, Nigeria is probably one of the most attractive markets for telecommunications companies on the African continent. We do have some of the biggest players in this space in the country.
I also presented reports on some of the activities of my ministry in the last 2 weeks. As you recall, I represented Nigeria at the 13th Ministerial Conference of the WTO at Abu Dhabi, and there we discussed a lot of issues. Nigeria participated in a lot of the discussions and negotiations that were ongoing. Discussions around fishery subsidies, special public stockholding, special and differential treatment, e-commerce moratorium, international development facility for developing countries.
Council also received the good news of release of over 2 million bags of fertilizers by the Central Bank of Nigeria. Minister of Agri Abubakar Kyari said the fertilizers will enable farmers cultivate 400 to 500 hectares of farmlands.